So during the Civil War, they would actually bring the prisoners out here that needed to be executed, like Nicaragua Smith, bring them out to the field, execute them, and just bury them where they lay. Mrs. Alberti unfortunately murdered 4 of her children. She attempted to murder 5 by poisoning their wine one night.
Hey, what is up, you guys? Today we are here in Galveston, Texas, checking out the Old City Cemetery. This is the home of the victims of the most deadly natural disaster in U.S. history. Right here, the Texas hurricane. A lot of them are buried right here in the Old City Cemetery in Galveston. And today we're going to be here checking it out, checking out some of the graves. This is actually 7 cemeteries merged into one. I never heard about this place until I got here in Texas, but this place is really beautiful. Just the architecture and the layout is really different from what you see in the Midwest. We're gonna take a look at this cemetery, maybe do a paranormal investigation later. This cemetery is also home to suicide victims, murder victims, war veterans, just a whole bunch of stuff. I was reading a story, there is a woman that committed suicide after killing her 4 children. There's just a lot of crazy stories about this place out there on the internet, so I wanted to come check it out today. Now let's check out some of these graves. If you guys didn't notice already, this will be one of the first videos on my channel posted in 4K definition. Been wanting to do it for a while. It just takes up a lot more storage, but I figured it's finally worth it, especially coming here to Texas. I wanted to get the best footage possible. Just look at this. Hazel Kirk and Thomas Frank Jacobs. I don't know what this represents, but it's absolutely beautiful. Looks like there's a cemetery house over there. Look at this. There's like an animal or something on top of this grave. It's so weathered away you can't even tell what kind of animal it is. 1934 to 1935. Shook. Oh, look at that grave over there. It's like falling in. I was also reading something that this cemetery has some bodies buried like 3 people deep into one plot, kind of just on top of each other. And I read that and I thought that was really weird. But here's another one of those, but this is huge. This is like a big family plot or something. The cemetery is just huge. It's really something incredible to see with your own eyes. So many just unique gravestones. Any cemetery you really go to, you see something unique. This looks like the cemetery housing. Dating back nearly 200 years, the graveyard has 3 burial plot layers, holding over 12,000 bodies, including the final resting place for victims of the 1900 Galveston hurricane, the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. It holds an abundance of unsettling stories, such as the gravesite of Elise Alberti. Alberti took her own life in 1894, but not before taking the lives of her 4 children, in a tragedy of postpartum depression. There were also the plots for a number of Texas war veterans, young children, and prominent families of the area. Intermixed and mingled within are final resting places for people who have suffered ill fates, or who were known to be on the wrong side of the law, resulting in their demise by a firing squad. Looks like someone recently left some flowers for somebody. Look at this mausoleum. That thing is huge. Little birds up on top of it. That's creepy. Unfortunately, this place closes at 7 p.m. or I'd totally come back at night with all my equipment. Look at this mausoleum, 1876. You can actually see inside there. For the most part, the cemetery looks pretty well kept. Definitely one of the most beautiful cemeteries I've ever seen in my life, and maybe it's just because I'm from the Midwest, but this is really something to see. Alright guys, so that is going to wrap it up for this video. I know this video probably wasn't as long as you guys wanted it to be, and I actually wanted to film longer. Due to like the plans I had in Texas and stuff, I could only spend so much time at this place. But I really wanted to check it out, and I didn't want to just waste the footage either. It is a very, very beautiful and haunted cemetery, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I obviously didn't get a whole ton of footage, but I didn't want to just let that footage that I did get go to waste. Next week, there will be a brand new paranormal episode, which will be a lot longer than this episode. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, leave a comment of what you thought of this place, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace out.